Hey everybody, and welcome to Yarn Talk, where we share the latest knitting news, trends, and interview designers every 2 weeks.
I'm Leah, and for this stop on the Holla Knits blog tour, we're going to be taking a peek at some of the cowls for the upcoming accessories collection, and you'll get a sneak peek of one of the designs from my book, Great Northern.
And I'm going to be talking about Chainette yarns, which are trending right now.
But first up, I have an interview with Carina Spencer. Hi, I'm Allison with YarnTalk, and today my designer crush is Carina Spencer, who's here with us, and this is the first time we're doing an in real life designer crush interview. Thank you so much for being here. Of course. Carina just helped me. We co-edited Midwestern Knits that just came out a couple weeks ago, and this right here is her Midtown sample. Why don't you talk about it a little bit, Carina?
This is my Midtown sweater from Midwestern Knits. I designed it as my love letter to Kansas City. I was going with the idea of hearts for this as the heartland of America, the middle, Kansas City. So there's hearts here on the back. And then the slip stitch design on the bottom is also repeated on the front. And if you hold it sideways like this, the slip stitch design looks like hearts if you look up close.
Oh, you know, I've never noticed that before. That's amazing.
That's why I chose this slip stitch design,
I love
because it looks like hearts from the sun.
That is so funny. I've looked at the sweater for a year, and I've never seen that before. So we're learning lots of new things today. So Carina, now that Midwestern Knits is done, what are you going to do with all your free time?
I don't have any free time.
You still don't?
No. What? No, but I do have 5 or 6 new patterns coming out this fall. They'll be out by the end of October, self-published designs that I've been working on lately.
That people can find at carinaspencer.com.
Of course, yes.
All right, thank you so much, Carina. One last thing, because we are in studio together, we don't have an animal photo bomb like we usually do. It's kind of our thing now. But we would be sorry to miss out on a picture of your adorable dog, Lucy.
Yes.
So, Lucy, you're looking at her right now. She's adorable. If we could be holding her right now, we would be, right? Yes.
And we'd be licked to death.
Yes, licked to death. She's definitely a licker. All right, check out Carina's work at carinaspencer.com. Carina, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
A huge thank you to Carina Spencer for joining us this week. And if you want to win a copy of her Midtown cardigan from Midwestern Knits, be sure to go to YarnTalkShow.com and follow the instructions there.
Magdalen by Joji Locatelli is covered with deep cables and stunning all-over texture. This show-stopping wrap is the cover girl of the new issue of Pom Pom Quarterly, and for good reason. As the weather gets cooler, all I want to do is knit cables, and this wrap delivers in spades. The bright color and bold texture make for an amazing, stunning fall piece.
Chainette yarns have been really popular in recent years. For those of you new to working with Chainette yarns, they're basically thin fibers that have been made into an I-cord that you then knit with. Many major yarn brands have Chainettes in their stables. Chainettes bring to the table strength without adding a lot of weight to a finished project. A lot of knitters, when they want to create a piece of knitting that's lightweight at the finish, they'll turn to cotton or linen that has a traditional plied structure to the yarn that inherently makes the yarn more dense. The nice thing about chainettes is because they're constructed just like knitting, literally a lot of them are an I-cord, some of them are chained like crochet. They get the strength from how they're constructed, but they're hollow. They're not tightly twisted and all dense like a traditional plied yarn. So that airiness of structure translates to the finished garment, which is great. One really interesting, easy way to think of a chainette yarn is to think of sewing. So a lot of sewists, they really like working with knit fabric because the finished project is so wearable and light. I think this t-shirt is actually made from a knit fabric, which is why I'm wearing it. It's comfortable, it breathes. But a lot of sewists also bemoan the fact that knits kind of stretch and they're a little challenging to work with at first. Chainette yarns, while they're not quite as challenging to knit with as knit fabrics are to sew with, they can stretch out and lose their density if you're not careful with your tension as you work. So as a knit designer who just made this design that I'm wearing, the Quinque cowl in the Shibui Maai yarn, I have a couple tips for success with chainettes. It's really important when you swatch for a chainette project to for sure swatch and block your gauge, and be really careful when you do your stitch count. One characteristic of chainette yarn is that there's not a lot of stitch definition. So the little V's that form the stitches that you would count in knitting, they're a little bit harder to see in a chainette yarn. Obviously that varies chainette to chainette. I mean, these three right here all have different fiber content just in these 3 samples I'm holding. So be really careful with your gauge. And then also a complaint a lot of knitters have about chainettes is that when they work with it, it's easy to snag part of that I cord on your needle. So what I recommend is working with a blunter tip needle. And then when you've got your blunter tip needle and you've got your gauge on point, you'll be ready to go. And I really recommend playing with chainette yarns because they result in a really fluffy, light, and a different sort of fabric than you might be used to knitting.
This week, I can't wait to cast on Francoise Danoy's Huatau cardigan, a perfect warm weather cardigan to take with you into fall. With its simple, seamless dolman sleeves and an all-over garter stitch shawl collar hem combination, this sweater's construction matches its no-fuss wearability. The eyelet and cable stitch pattern down the back is the icing on the delightful cake that is this short sleeve stunner. Find it in Francoise' Ravelry store and at her website, Holla Knits.
Hey guys! So as you can see, we are just chilling here talking about some projects that we have in the works right now. And we even have some fun show and tell for you on this table, which is a new thing for us, so it'll be kind of cool to show people
it's exciting.
Yeah. So as you know, I'm working on a collection with Teresa Gregorio called Great Northern, and it's a collection inspired by the TV show Twin Peaks. And our Kickstarter for the project to get the book printed just launched about a week ago. So if you are interested in backing the Kickstarter, please do visit the site here, which has magically appeared in front of us. And if you do back the Kickstarter, you will receive this pattern exclusively early, way before the collection is released. So you have that to look forward to. This is a very wearable, comfy, luxurious raglan with kind of a deep V. Beautiful colorwork. And this is in Mrs. Crosby's steamer trunk yarn, which was wonderful to work with. So look forward to that. And we also have, for the Kickstarter backers, some adorable bags, which were stitched by Work Shelter, which is a wonderful organization. We will put up the link here so you can get more information about Work Shelter. And I painted these with our logo on it, which I think looks pretty dang cool.
Yeah,
so
I love how
they're all unique, which is cool.
Really unique, and I like how it's like Great Northern if you know it's Great Northern, but also just like a cool bag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a nice graphic design. So we've got a bunch of those. And if you're interested in those, just get on the Kickstarter and put your order in.
Yeah.
I've also got a little sneak peek of one of the stitch patterns for another sweater that is coming up. And we've got a lot of fun things in the works, so yeah, stay tuned.
So while Leah is busy with Great Northern, I have had another Holla Knits Accessories collection come out. We are actually on the Holla Knits Accessories blog tour. So if you've never checked out YarnTalk before, welcome. We're glad you're here. The Holla Knits Accessories collection is full of 7 different cold weather accessories patterns, 3 of which are cowls. And they are all very different constructions, so I thought it would be fun to show them off. Starting with a tubular cowl. This tube cowl I'm wearing right now is designed by Francoise Danoy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love it because what's great about the tube cowl is you cast it on in a circle and join it, and so it has no wrong side. So no matter how you wear it, either doubled up the way that I have it here or long, you can see that you're not going to see like the weird back of your color work. It's all wrapped up on the inside. And I really like knitting in the round. For me, just
it's
psychologically, yeah, it's
so nice.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it just goes. And while you're following the stitch pattern, this gorgeous stitch pattern here, you want to get to the next thing. You want to see it come together, which I really like. The second cowl that I have here to show off is completely different. It's kind of the same shape, but it's actually made of mitered squares. So you can see each of these sections here, these very graphic sections, are made by mitered squares.
I love mitered squares. They're so fun to do, and because they're done in pieces, they're easy to take with you when you're traveling or you just don't have space for a giant thing. You can just do a square or two, and it's very portable.
Yeah, and this pattern comes together really well because each section includes 4 mitered squares and this little strip right here. So this is one square, then you do the next square and you piece them all together. So it is a very travel friendly project. Modular, yeah, really nice. And I just love how it lays. Again, you can wear it really long, almost shawl-like because it's so wide, or you can double it up and have a really nice, cozy, beautiful cowl like that.
Oh, cute. I love the neutral colors.
I like it too. Or you can go bold, a little bit bolder. And I love how the long color changes work with the mitered squares because you have stitches going in so many different directions.
It creates a beautiful pattern.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm a little excited about cold weather actually, so I can start wearing these. So the third cowl that I have to show off is designed by Fiona Clark. It is, again, completely different than what we were showing off. It is just simply cast on one side and worked through the chart, through this like repeated argyle.
And these I-cords?
Yeah, I-cords.
So cute.
Yeah, I think it is really cute. It's a little bit, it's on the challenging side just because you are doing so many color changes and this like faux I-cord, like applied I-cord here as you're knitting it in the round. But I just love how sweet this cowl looks.
I've never seen anything like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, I really like it. And as Heidi said before, it's like masculine and feminine with the argyle, but with the cute bow. This pattern is actually called Wrap Me Up in Kisses.
Aww.
So sweet. So no matter what you look for in a cowl, this Holla Knits Accessories collection has a little bit of everything, and you can knit all of them actually because they're all so starkly different. Yeah. So that is a little bit of what Leah and I have going on right now. It's pretty exciting to be the YarnTalk ladies around here, which is why we're celebrating with a beer. Cheers! Cheers!
Meiju KP's Someday sweater is simply put so nice. This boat neck top-down sweater uses short rows for shaping and features a slightly shaped waist. The honeycomb cables on the sleeves and off-center on the sweater body add nice texture to a sea of beautiful stockinette. The ease on this sweater gives it a casual, comfy look that make it something I can't wait to cast on and wear. Thanks everybody for watching. Give us a like if you like this episode, leave a comment if you've got any questions, and subscribe for even more episodes.
And don't forget about our Pinterest board where you can see what's inspiring us and what we're working on for the next episode.
And if you want to get your hands on Carina Spencer's Midtown cardigan from Midwestern Knits, go to YarnTalkShow.com and follow the instructions there.